And welcome back to Flexible Games, where we are playing Rise of Industry. All right, we have a possible contract here. I have not been getting all of them. There was one way up here that I was like, no, I'll opt out of that. Because the AI doesn't have really any copper tubing infrastructure in place. So if he won that bid, I mean, if they bid on it at all, if he won it, he probably wouldn't be able to actually fulfill it and get a fine. So it's kind of a, it was kind of a measure, defensive measure. All right, we have one possible here. Deliver 42 copper tubing to this one, to this city, and I actually have the full build permit for this area. I have the build permit for this area and down here as well. And so they've actually got some copper that I could use in this process. So I think I'm going to bid on it. And hopefully I'll get it. There's no guarantees. But since I can already build here, I shall hopefully attempt to do just that. Let's see. Yeah, gatherers. I want copper mine. Deposit. Okay, so we have two different copper deposits here. See if we can spot them. I don't want to leave any. There's a nodule right over here. So I definitely don't want to leave that one out. So you 2 3 4 5 I don't know if there's 5 over here. Oh, there's a little bead right back there in the trees. Get that little guy. So we have one, this guy right back there. 5. Excellent. Now, something like that. Let's get a warehouse. We want the the non-mirrored version. Yeah, this one here. Well, let's go. Go in here like this. And we are going to want as well some pollution mitigating things, of course. But first, let's get some factories. So 2 of these is going to be, that's 10 copper every 15 days. So that's 20 copper a month. This can support quite a lot of copper production. So we're going to come out here and we're going to go 1, and let's name this. This is going to be Ton Tube 1. The reason I name it first is I can set the recipes and all the things, and then I can copy that like so. Okay. Now, copper destinations, warehouse destinations, warehouse. That will force the warehouse as the distribution center. Ton copper storage. Okay, now these, see that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Ton tube 1. This is tube 2. Tube 3. And tube 4. These should automatically deliver them to the copper storage. Now, raw rubber. Oh, that I'm researching that. I'm like, what? Oh. Okay. So you are going to be tier 1 copper tubes destination. Okay, now we can continue onwards. And the other thing I want to do is I want to start supplying these cities, especially some of these other ones here, with goods so they start growing. And because we need to grow these cities quite a bit so we can get some new stores in them. So I think, I don't know exactly what the mechanics in the game are, but the more stuff we start, you know, producing, the better. Air purifier. Let's get this guy right in here somewhere. Let's get a water siphon. And is that going to be enough space? I do not think so. Yeah, it's 2. It needs 3 squares. Like so. Yeah, I know that. This is going to be ton water for air. Okay. Destinations. We're going to choose, for now, just the air purifier. So if we look at pollution, you can see these are already polluting. And the first copper just finished. It just now. Okay, so the other destinations we're going to want are for the copper itself. So, raw resources, copper, we're going to pause it because we're going to say you max cent for tube 2, max cent for three, max cent for max cent is 4. That will make sure they don't just completely fill those. Okay. And then the town center gets the tubes that are a result of that. Now, when that contract runs out, what I can do down here is I can just shut all these off. Basically, is kind of the gist of that. All right, are we delivering any copper to any of these? Storage. Well, we should have had 20. Oh, yeah. I can see the smokestacks going. So if we look at the pollution, this guy here is not running yet because he doesn't have any water. Just now is when we start getting water. All right, the first water is going out, so this should fire up right about now. There it is. Now there we go. Now we're spreading the goodness. R&D alert. Yeah. I might need to expand that a little bit. I mean, ideally, I would probably have one down here and then one over here, and that should have helped that quite a bit. And are we ready on our tubes? We are close. We got plenty of time, though. And remember, this is 10 copper every month. 5 harvesters, 15 days, 10 copper a month. So that's a total of 20 copper a month. These use 2 copper. So these use 4 copper a month. So that's 4, 8, 12. That's 16 copper usage, 20 copper production. These should be able to maintain and keep those going very, very well. All right. I mean, I could have had these guys delivered directly to the town center. I mean, that could have saved me a little bit of time, but it is what it is. I'm not worried about it. Air purifier. Let's see. This is ton copper air. So we look at pollution. Yeah, we're gonna need another one of these out here. I wish there was a wish there was a way of in here setting meat demand, but I don't think there is. I don't get any indication as to how much this stuff consumes. I mean, I'm assuming it's 1 every cycle, but you never know. Oh yeah, and I want to turn off notifications because this will probably fill up. It's gonna be a little bit busy around here. Yeah, it's kind of backwards. You got returning trucks and all that kind of shenanigans. But we have the first 8 delivered of 42. So that's good. All right, so what do we want to do now? Well, I want to come down here and I want to start supplying farmers market and such with all the things that we want. And let's get this city ready for growth here. Because it really does not know how to run roads. This shenanigans in here, I don't even know what to think about that. Okay, so the only thing we can really supply down here is like farmers market stuff. So we could do berries, cocoa, apples, taters. It's one of the reasons why I'm researching like all of the goodies up here, because a lot of these raw resources we can then feed into and produce for growing these cities a little bit faster. Because I'm assuming, and it is an assumption. I'm assuming that the more supplied a city is, the faster it prospers and the faster it grows. So it is an assumption, but it's one that's sort of, it's one that makes sense to me. All right, so we're going to pause it. Do I have enough money? Ooh, I might not have enough money for this. I did pay back my loan. I had to pay a $1 million fine because one of my investors got greedy. But yeah, there is no more loan from me. So I have zero debt right now. So this $3 million that I've got, 3.6 million, is all mine. There's no debt to be had. I'm thinking of getting into like cans and stuff like that, some a little higher profitability items. Let's check my pollution really. Oh yeah, look at that, beautiful. Compared to this guy just does not care about pollution. Just doesn't care. Oh, and he destroy. Okay. These used to be. He had a bunch of glassworks and stuff up here. Maybe from the sand he's collecting? I don't know. He's snarling up all my roads, though. I guess that's one option you can do. Okay, so let's see. How do we want to best deal? Farmers market is on this side of the city. This is a lot. This would be a lot of terraforming if I were to come in here. There is a mod that makes terraforming free, and I think people would cry foul if I started using that. So I will avoid it for now. It would be nice to be able to just flatten all this land out here, but it's not free in the real world, so I don't want to necessarily go cheaty on me. So we're going to need a lot of water for all of this stuff. Okay. So berries, some of the high value apples, potatoes, and wheat. How many of those do I have researched? Apples. Let's get oranges on the queue. Potatoes are next. I don't really have a need to research any of this because none of that stuff is unlocked yet. Chickens. Chicken meat and eggs. I know for a fact that there's some that have that. And then wool, I know there's some with that. Some demand. Flour, none of this. Olive oil, soup, none of those are currently being demanded. I'm trying to remember. Okay, we've got all that. Textiles. That's going to unlock all of those. Stuffing. Glass I've already researched. Because I want to get into... Okay, steel is definitely one I'm going to want. And I will bump this up in a bit so I can research faster. That will happen. Okay, so things we want right now. Let's start with berries. So we're going to need quite a lot of water for this. Like, a lot of water. And I have been terraforming in here to expand the amount of water. Terraform, yes. It's expensive, certainly, but I need the water desperately. I desperately need the water. If I'm gonna be going whole hog on all this farmers market action. Okay, so I'm gonna pin this so it doesn't go away. Now let's get some roads. It's the third road in here. And the third tile in here. Because I want a nice, efficient setup. Possibly, maybe. We're going to do a water siphon. If I remember where that... No, that's a That's a gatherer. Isn't it? Yeah, there it is. We're going to do one. Let's see. There. Right there. Okay. Now, let's get a network set up that will use all this water, because we're going to have one next to there, and that'll cover the corner. Another one over there. So farms. Let's do berries first. It's always a favorite. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that's berries. So this is going to be berries for cloud 1. And then your demand for berries is 7 every 15 days. This is going to produce, this is a 30-day craft. So this is 10 every 15 days. Right? Thereabouts. It's 2, and there's 5 fields, so that's 20 every 30 days, which is 10 every 15 days, which isn't fully supplied there. So what we can do is double that up. Like so. And this is berries for cloud 2. Now, this is going to be water for cloud berry. I don't know how this became undone, but we're going to do right there and right there. 5 and 5. So that takes care of my berries. Yay, contract successfully completed. That's good. That gave me a little boost of money, but now all of this stuff is really superfluous. There's really nothing that I can use all of this stuff for over here. So what I want to do is I'm going to turn off all of these buildings until such a time they are needed. There's no sense in demolishing them. Okay. So these are all turned off. These are sort of still going. Are we producing any pollution? I don't think we are, because they're all off. Yeah, this one can also be turned off. I don't need that to be pulling money. That's off, that's off. This one can turn off, as well as this one. And if this city wants to demand some more copper tubes, we can go ahead and supply that pretty easily. Okay, so we're gonna run a line right in through here. And let's see, how do we want... We have... I thought I pinned you. Now let's Let's see, 4 every 15 days. Apples are 2 every 30 days. What is this? The game is paused. Isn't? Oh my god. R&D alert. Vegetable field, thanks. Hops, thanks. How is this constantly being unpaused? Okay. So, apples, again, 4 every 15. So that's literally 8 every 30 days. And with one orchard, I would be able to supply 10 every 30 days. So one orchard would be able to supply the entirety. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is going to be apples for cloud 1. Okay. So, we're going to need another one of these. This is going to be water for cloud apple. And one other thing. Apple and cocoa. It's a long name. No harvesters. Yeah, I get it. No harvesters. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Water for cloud, app, and cocoa. Okay, destinations. Obviously, I don't need those. So, farms, plantations. I need another one of these. Snuggle that right up. Because we're going to do... Oh, let's set this. This is going to be... Cocoa for cloud 1. We're going to set the cocoa beans. And then we're going to add some fields. Like so. All right. Production, cocoa. That should meet that demand. Now, how do we want to unload all of this stuff? This is going to be quite the busy route here. So I would like, let's get some logistics out here. We're going to have a lot of trucks coming through here. So if we go in, let's go in here. I would love a one-way road. That would be epic. And we're going to go around, we're going to wrap this around so trucks can go 2 different directions. Pathing alert. Yeah, I should connect that up. There we go. So this is here and here. And let's connect this up, of course. Okay, apple or berries and berries, apples. So these should all automatically be sending to cloud farm storage. Bingo bango. Destination, cloud farm storage. Cloud farm storage. Okay. this, apples and cocoa, and berries. Whoa, whoa, what is this? What is this? No. Berries for cloud. Apples. Okay. I don't know why that switched over to manual. That's not cool. I do not want to be messaged if water fills up. Thank you. It shouldn't, but I don't want to be messaged if it is. All right, now I can run it. Because we need these to actually get us our first water. Yeah, these are just starting. There we go. There we go. Now we're starting to grow some stuff. Beach month. What is that? Sun, sand, and cold drinks in your hand is a recipe for an awesome. All building is minus 25. Oh my lord. Good timing. Minus 25% efficiency. That's just great. Okay, so we want the farmer's market out here to get a lot of material. Plus, we have some cotton that we can deliver, some raw rubber that we can deliver. I don't think we really have any. Yeah, we don't have really any natural resources in this plot. So it's all about the farming stuff and things. And I mean, yeah, the raw rubber and cotton can be next on my list. I was running low on funds, so I wanted to get this started, so we can, you know, make some profit here. How is this storage doing? You are not backlogged on anything. Partially supplied. Fully supplied on wires. I think it's because I have this other ironmongery here. Hey, look at that. Tonka set iron. It wants copper. They want copper tubes again. So 2.38 million. Apple cloud. What? Oh, these are just about done. Do we? It's 2.38 million. Oh, darn. That would have been a good use of this. Gaining. I could just. Ooh, six. How is he worth 60 million? Like, what secret voodoo is the AI doing over here? Looks like he's got some, like, he's working on, like, sand and such. Like, I don't get it. What is he producing? He still only has a farmer's market and a hardware store. So apparently he's fully supplied on sand and wood. Partially supplying a lot of other things. How is he making any money at all? There's a toy store over here. Is he supplying anything to here? Nope, he's not. All right, well, we will move on. Our first shipment of goods going to the farmer's market. Wait, what? Why? What? Why are you guys going all the way around? What possible reason do you have of doing that? That was weird. You could have just gone like weird. Weird. So as these build up in their supply, we should start seeing more continuous production. Yeah, see, all 5 are going there. All 5 are going there. Excellent. All right, well, that's going to do it for this episode, and I thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.